Yo, what is up, guys? I am the Comic Book Kid, and I sort of had an idea. I'm going to showcase the website I was talking about in yesterday's sort of introduction to me video. I don't know what this will be called. It'll probably be called showcasing something. I don't know, along the lines of that. But yeah, I sort of introduced it yesterday and showed you the basics, but I'm going to cover a lot of it off because if you people like me, obviously, if you've already got before this or you don't want to use this, if you've already got a large collection, it's going to take a very long time to fill in the information and fill in what you've got and stuff. But if it's just purely for it's easier if you are getting into comics or if you have a smaller collection because it won't take that long to fill in and you can fill it in as you grow your collection. Now I'll take us onto the homepage. As I said yesterday, it's called ComicBookDatabase.com. It is one of the biggest databases around. They've got a bit of everything, to be honest. They've got indie books. As I say, it's very community. The people in the community add to it. So as long as people don't troll on it or abuse the system, it works. Now down here is where people can contribute. Obviously, here around this is just the analytics. So the amount of issues that they've got to put into perspective is 364,943 issues. They've got almost all the characters, titles, covers. So here there's the last 15 issues catalogued. Obviously they also include trade paperbacks and hardbacks or hard copies. And then here, I don't know if you can sort of see my cursor here, is recent issues with missing covers. So I go here, and this is where the community sort of helps out. So if I perhaps go, I don't know, Last Mountain, I've never heard of this before, but there is no cover. So someone could add a cover, just for the purpose. I'm not going to for this purpose because it could take a while, but it sort of gives you the information that you put on, bits of everything. If it has multiple stories, like my Captain America book, it has Bloodline Part 2 in it, so I actually catalogued this into here. You can rate out of 10. Obviously, to help other people, most people just vote 10, as it is just the obvious thing to do. You can add it to your wish list. I haven't really played around with the wish list that much. It's in one person's collection, so this is, well, something tells me this is a very new title and issue, because there's no other issues. If there is an issue, as I'll show in a minute, it appears here. Previous issue, future issue, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to add this to my collection here, and it pops up. So you can add the condition, the quantity, the storage, so if it's bagged or boarded or framed or digital or CGC archived. You've got the location where it is. That is, you don't have to fill that in. The price that you paid as well. Any notes, so if you want it, when looking back for your collection, if you want to know if it's a first appearance of someone, you could write first appearance of, or if it's signed by the writer, you could put signed by writer, or write the name or whatever. You've also got if it's tradable or sellable, read or unread, date acquired, and location acquired. So just for the basis of this, I'm going to leave it as it is and press submit. It's called Last Mountain, right? And my computer's a bit slow at the moment, as well, I don't really know why. Anyway, and I go onto my collection. By the way, if you do want to check out my collection, I mean, most people have seen it as it was my first video. The OG Gambit is my name at the top there. But I've gone my collection now, and I look, it's very organised. This is the system that I alphabetise by. I go down like this. But it was called Last Mountain, so there it is. Last Mountain, issue 3, view full details. So obviously someone's only included number 3. So I could go press on number 3, it'll tell me what I've actually classed this as, or you know, the details that I've put on, so if there was any notes I placed, or and then you can from there go view the full details of this issue, and it'll take you back to where you started. Now obviously I've never heard of this book, so I'm going to remove it at the side, so it takes me back. Right, so cover gallery at the top. Oh, actually I'll go through them all. Obviously these take you straight to, so say if you had a massive collection, X, take straight down to X. But view a list of issues in your collection that are missing covers. Obviously this is more contribution type stuff. And there is a marketplace, but it's a bit unreliable because people just they'll click when they add to collection sellable, and then they won't change it, so it might not actually be sellable, it might just be a fake. So I'd recommend not using this if you are looking to purchase comics. Preferences, this is where you can change if you want people to be able to see your collection, your wish list, your pull list, or email notifications. I haven't really messed around with that. You can export it, so you can choose all of these. So say you want it to print out as an issue name, variant name, and I don't know, the price paid or the writer. You'd export this and then it would take it into a note. Now, cover gallery, next bar along. This is a bit, this is also how I organise. It's the same order. I think I noted yesterday that it actually removes words like the, very minor words, and alphabetises it off the next major word, which is obviously for the Amazing Spider-Man. Alphabetically, technically, it would be in T, but I prefer it if it's placed at A, and that's what it does on this one. So here you've got a visual representation of the books that you've got. Obviously, I showed all of these yesterday. New pages. Don't know why that's gone on there. Reports. Now, this is what I mean by, since mine's automatically on red issues, it chooses that I'm red. But you see, between All New Inhumans and Armageddon: The Alien Agenda, there would be Amazing Spider-Man. But unfortunately, it counts the T and it does it completely alphabetically. So it arranges them differently. Now, I don't think I mentioned this yesterday. I might have, correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. You can also request a feature, which is what I've done. It sends an email to the owner of the site, or the co-owner, or someone who can do something about it. And it's just a little thing on what you can add or what you can change. And I have requested that on reports, it actually does it the same format that it does for cover gallery and the regular. So there's that. Latest editions, that is what it says on the tin. These are the ones that you've added, you can go on to, well, it's free to sign in. Obviously, to have a collection, it needs to save the data somewhere, so you have to sign in. As I said, I am the OG Gambit. Obviously, my favourite title is X-Men, and my favourite mutant is Gambit. But I've got 8 image contributions. If you can change your profile, you can have favourite characters down here at the bottom. So I've got Gambit, obviously. But you can just have, it's basically just like social media, but you can have bits of everything. Now here at the search bar, you can search for anything that's on the site, so anything that comes under titles, creators, characters, groups, story arcs, publishers, imprints, so on. But however, you can't look for issues on that. You have to search for the title and then choose an issue. Now, I said before I'd show you, and obviously people add variants to these and change things, but it's a very well run site. Obviously it's run by the people. So if I go to Action Comics, to this one here, view the full details, back to here, it didn't have this on the previous one because someone had been quite selfish and didn't add all of them. They'd just done the one that they owned, I presume. But you can press next issue, previous issue, and if there is a variant, it will appear at the bottom here. It's either under cover price or under issue tagline. It's somewhere around the bottom. You'll be able to see it, and it will be a link if you can. But that's pretty much all there is to the site. I very much recommend it. It's just free to use. I've had a look around on YouTube for some others, and I don't really see many people looking at it. I think it deserves a bit more justice than that. Let's say Comic Database. I have been using it for not that long actually. Doesn't sound that very good. A couple of weeks, no, a month and a half I'd say, and yeah, I haven't found any problems with it yet. It's great. You don't have to be ready to sell things or be public. You can. I mean, at the start, I just used it as an organisation method. But no, I'd recommend this. And if you are watching this Comic Book Database, I very much doubt it. But could you reply or do something about the feature I requested? And that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.